Wednesday, September 6th, 2023, afternoon edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III. Thank you for tuning into the Future of News AGNDD Intellireport. As always, I will be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in summarizing the news. Without further ado, here are the headlines of the day. Bold predictions for the New England Patriots 2023 season. Warner Brothers Discovery anticipates a $500 million earnings drop. New iPhone 15 Pro case leak reveals features. Bracing for the potential triple-demic of illnesses. Former Steelers linebacker Jarvis Jones facing charges in Georgia. Comparison between Coke Zero and Diet Coke, and more. But first, let's take a look at this day in history.
September 6th in history. September 6th, 394. Battle of the Frigidus. Roman Emperor Theodosius I defeats and kills Eugenius the usurper. His Frankish magister Militum Arbogast escapes but commits suicide 2 days later. September 6th, 1492. Christopher Columbus sails from La Gomera in the Canary Islands, his final port of call before crossing the Atlantic Ocean for the first time.
Today's obituaries. Julie Cassidy. Brief Wikipedia summary. Julie Cassidy, a prominent Australian-New Zealand law academic, has passed away at the age of 58. She was a full professor at the University of Auckland and had a distinguished career in academia, focusing on topics such as Indigenous rights and post-colonial law. Alberto Gianulfi was an Italian footballer who played as a goalkeeper. He had a successful career playing for clubs such as AS Roma, Hellas Verona and ACF Fiorentina. He is known for saving a penalty kick from Pele in a friendly match. Gianulfi won several titles with Roma, including the Coppa Italia and the Anglo-Italian Cup. Ian Hamilton was an English footballer who played for Scunthorpe United and West Bromwich Albion. He sadly passed away at the age of 55. Lothar Koch. Brief Wikipedia summary. The article states that Lothar Koch was an oboist, politician and lecturer. He was one of the principal oboists in the Berlin Philharmonic, known for his skill and regarded as one of the greatest oboe players of his time. He later became a lecturer at the Mozarteum University Salzburg. Ihor Kozlovsky. Brief Wikipedia summary. Ihor Kozlovsky, a Ukrainian scientist, theologian and public figure, has died at the age of 69 due to a heart attack. Kozlovsky was known for his work in religious studies and was a prominent figure in Ukraine's cultural and intellectual community. Giuliano Montaldo. Brief Wikipedia summary. Giuliano Montaldo, an Italian film director, screenwriter and actor, has died at the age of 93. He was known for his films such as Tiro al Piccione, Sacco and Vanzetti, and Giordano Bruno. Silas Muriuki. Brief Wikipedia summary. Silas Muriuki, a 74-year-old Kenyan politician, has passed away. He was a member of the National Assembly of Kenya and represented the North Imenti constituency. Muriuki was also the head teacher of a school for the deaf. Malini Rajurkar. Brief Wikipedia summary. Malini Rajurkar, an 82-year-old Indian classical singer, has passed away. She was known for her command over the Tapa and Tarana genres and had performed at major music festivals in India. She received the Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 2001.
General news.
India's Modi government replaces country's name with Bharat in G20 dinner invite. Al Jazeera English.
India's government has replaced India with the Sanskrit word Bharat on dinner invitations for the G20 summit, sparking debates about a potential official name change. Critics argue this move is part of a nationalist agenda, while supporters claim it's reclaiming India's Hindu past.
Cuba uncovers Russia-Ukraine war trafficking ring, BBC.
The article discusses the enduring tension between the U.S. and Cuba, tracing back to the Cuban Missile Crisis, with the U.S. maintaining decades-long sanctions on Cuba despite the peaceful resolution between Soviet leader Khrushchev and President Kennedy.
What to know about Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's impeachment trial, CNN.
The impeachment trial of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, accused of abusing his office to assist a donor, begins on Tuesday. Paxton, who aligned with former President Trump, was impeached by the GOP-led House in May. He also faces securities fraud charges and a federal investigation over bribery accusations. His impeachment was prompted by a request for $3.3 million in state funds to settle with whistleblowers.
Warner Bros. Discovery expects earnings hit of up to $500 million as strikes drag on. CNBC.
Warner Bros. Discovery has adjusted its earnings expectations due to the ongoing writers and actors strikes. The company anticipates that the strikes could reduce its adjusted earnings by $300 million to $500 million. The strikes have also disrupted production schedules and releases, including Dune Part 2.
Business news.
What is ESPN worth? Not enough to make Disney stock a buy, this analyst says. Barron's.
KeyBank analyst Brandon Nispel warns that Disney investors may be disappointed by ESPN's financial performance when viewed as a separate entity.
SoftBank's arm seeks to raise up to $4.87 billion in anticipated IPO. Bloomberg.
Stocks making the biggest moves pre-market. Airbnb, Oracle, American Express, and more. CNBC.
Zynex, Coherus Biosciences, and Universal Insurance stocks fell due to changes in S&P 500 Dow Jones indices. Airbnb shares rose over 4% as it is set to join the S&P 500. NextGen Healthcare stock climbed over 11% due to potential acquisition talks with Thoma Bravo.
Technology news.
Action button shown in new iPhone 15 Pro case leak. Apple Insider.
A new video allegedly showing cases for the iPhone 15 Pro suggests the old mute switch is replaced by an action button. This follows previous rumors about this new feature, which is expected to control the camera among other functions.
Galaxy Watch 4 gets the latest One UI Watch 5 update in the USA. Sam Mobile, Samsung News.
Samsung has released a significant firmware update for the Galaxy Watch 4 in the US. The One UI Watch 5 update introduces numerous improvements and additions such as more easily added watch faces and tiles, enhanced sleep coaching, automatic recording of cycling workouts, and additional call controls, among others. The update has not yet reached Europe and India.
Sports news.
Former Steelers linebacker Jarvis Jones is facing charges in Georgia. This news comes from WTAE Pittsburgh.
Former Steelers linebacker Jarvis Jones has been charged with speeding and reckless driving in Georgia. He was released on a $2,400 bond. Jones, currently a player coordinator for the Georgia Bulldogs, spent 4 seasons with the Steelers.
New England Patriots, 10 bold and not so bold predictions for the 2023 season. The Athletic.
The New England Patriots are preparing for a game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Predictions for the Patriots season include Ramondre Stevenson reaching 1,000 yards again, Demario Douglas becoming wide receiver 3, Mac Jones improving but remaining a middle-of-the-pack quarterback, and Coach Bill Belichick leading a top-5 defense.
Health news.
Zero sugar, 2 choices. What is the difference between Coke Zero and Diet Coke? Fox 31 Denver.
Diet Coke and Coke Zero are both zero-calorie offerings from Coca-Cola, but they target different demographics with distinct tastes. Diet Coke, launched in 1982, was a new formula aimed at health-conscious baby boomers. Coke Zero, introduced in 2005, was designed to taste like regular Coke, appealing to millennials. Both use artificial sweeteners, but Diet Coke primarily uses aspartame, while Coke Zero uses a blend of aspartame and acesulfame potassium.
Bracing for potential triple-demic of illnesses this fall. Wink News.
Lee Health is bracing for a potential triple-demic of illnesses, including COVID-19, flu, and respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, as virus season kicks off in the fall. Health experts advise getting vaccinated for all three viruses, frequent hand washing, and staying home when sick to limit the spread.
Grow faster. New vaccine shows very promising results. SciTech Daily.
A vaccine created to combat bacterial diarrhea has shown promise in preventing infant growth stunting, according to a study in Nature Communications. The vaccine uses a hydrogen peroxide-based technology called Hydrovax and can protect against Campylobacter bacteria, a common cause of bacterial diarrhea impacting 160 million people annually. Vaccinated baby monkeys showed significantly improved growth rates compared to unvaccinated ones.
Entertainment news.
Stan Lee's final cameo was surprisingly not in a Marvel movie. Startifacts.
Stan Lee's final film appearance was not in a Marvel movie, but in a Hollywood satire called Madness in the Method, directed by Jason Mewes. The cameo was a favor to Mewes, contradicting previous claims that Lee's last cameo was in Avengers Endgame.
Now a couple of dad jokes for you.
I went on a date last night with a girl from the zoo. It was great. She's a keeper. What's the worst part about being a cross-eyed teacher? They can't control their pupils. Velcro. What a ripoff.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Intellireport. Like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.